Hi everybody, welcome back. I'm the Strategy Professor. Today we're doing another episode in our legendary Mortal Empires Queek campaign. So it's been a few days since I've done an episode. We're going to go ahead and get back in here though. I didn't realize I caught vision of this. Open a cache, huh? I might try to go conquer that at some point. We'll see. So anyways, we're still kind of in recovery mode. As you remember, I took on a little bit too much, bit off a bit more than I could chew with Karakazul. Or as Gaul, so we're gonna have to, you know, be a bit more respectful. I'm trying to remember the politics that I'm trying to run here. I think. See, who are my people? And she. They don't like our war with Karakazul, but they're cool with about everything else.
Find my harem.
Numas. We do have a non-aggro with and military access. Now, they look like they are just about gone. They have one little piece in here. See the lay of the land here. Okay, these guys are looking on the weak side too. Himri. Doing alright. They're pretty far over there. These guys don't mind us too much. They don't have a predisposition, prejudice to hate us, and they actually like great power. Top knots. Pretty much looks like they're about done. They're isolated here. They might have a couple more pieces up here. These guys could become a problem. Now that's actually a pasture, which is really nice. Like, we're gonna need more food. Food is becoming a big problem because we lost our momentum. Like, food is not an issue if you just keep going around murdering everybody and taking towns, but you know, once you start slipping like we did a few episodes ago, and we can definitely tidy that up. I mean, like I said, I did that on purpose. I knew it was a huge risk. I didn't know I was going to lose, but I was deliberately taking some risks, so we can easily tighten back up and get back into the game. But anyways, okay, so just checking the politics. Let's get back in here. We got some upgrades here, because these Storm Vermin with shields, I think these are just a lot better. We finally did get this guy. He's not really online truly yet. He'll be close.
Poison after.
Because he only has Pestilent Breath, which is okay, but once we start getting a couple of points in here, once we start getting Blessed with Filth, and most importantly Vermintide, that's when he starts really kicking it into high gear and becoming a major force. So we really need to get to Blessed with Filth and Vermintide. Those are the big ones, and that's going to be huge against the Dwarves. Because that's going to lower their damage, that's going to give us a significant edge in a really long fight, as will Vermintide. We'll just have superior numbers to them. And then eventually, if we get to Plague, this is awesome. Against Dwarves, it's huge armor-piercing damage, and it's stationary, so it's a vortex you can trust. So, you're going to be getting him online soon. Let's go ahead and just get a fight in here out of the way. Okay, so everybody's good to go. I know we won one quest battle last time. We need to do the Warp Shard one. We'll see how this fight goes. I'm trying to remember what the Warp Shard one battle is. I remember the dwarf one. Okay, this is the one where there's like all the pillars and stuff going on, I think, and you just kind of get surrounded by other Skaven.
What now?
Okay, but let's go ahead, and I think we're... Catapult's a little hurt. Should be able to beat this now. This is a bunch of boys.
Wear no furs.
I think we can beat him. We need to cast any of this stuff. I don't think so. I mean, we could cast this one. It's relatively cheap. We do have some cash. Does last for 30 turns. We don't need the diplomacy or the hero action stuff. That we're basically just paying for this buff to Rat Ogres. I don't think we need that yet. We might do that next time we siege.
Soon.
But yeah, let's go ahead and get this done. Oh yeah, I remember now. We can't hire the engineer because we have that other engineer that's ready to go. Okay, do I want to use food? Now, food is a very delicate resource right now, as I've keep saying, because we don't have a lot of... At the same time, I kind of don't want to screw around here, too. We should get a decent amount of food out of this. We're at 43, though. We don't want to go down here. We're going to lose leadership. I think we can do it with just 3. I think we're strong enough.
Queek, master owner.
We have
Battle
ambush.
fight, yes, yes.
Yep. Okay, so we had our big loss. Keep it spicy. Set us back a little bit, but we did have a really good fight against those dwarves before, I think, in that previous dwarven siege. So we've had some really nice fights too. Like I said, it's just fun to me to try to take on and just make the game a little bit more challenging whenever I can, and you know, try out some tough stuff instead of just doing a by the numbers, you know, standard legendary campaign. Just exploiting every possible advantage I can get is to sometimes live a little dangerously. And it obviously backfires, and that's part of the fun. If it never backfired, it wouldn't be fun. So, anyways, that's my perspective on it. And keep it fresh. Try to keep it interesting for people who have watched other campaigns or have done, you know, legendary campaigns of your own. Now, I'm about to release today some multiplayer stuff. I'm just kind of gonna field it out and just see how people, you know, what people think about it. If it's something people would actually be interested in. Now this is where I really would like to be. Okay, I'm pretty sure they can fire over this. Yeah, because you don't want to have them in trees. I mean, I could put them on top of this hill too, but the issue with that, I'm trying to think. So I could put these on top of the hill here and just sort of fire down on them. The issue with that is if they're probably going to get too close right here. Could also just like come over here and just fire on him like right in the back, dead straight away. Could also let them march and force them to like come uphill to fight me, and then just come in and flank them like this. Just make them run at me, so these people are really far away. Maybe I go for that. They should be able to see me right there. Oh, we do have poison. Has he had Blessed with Filth already? I thought last time I only had Pestilent Breath. Huh. Okay, well I do have Blessed with Filth, which is awesome. It's 5 points, and it basically lowers the damage on the enemy team by like 20% for a long time. Poison used to reduce Vigor, which was really awesome in the first Warhammer, but... until they get in range of my back line here, so like right here. I'm holding fire right now just to... a little bit more, just in case I overshoot or undershoot.
What orders? Die, die! Now, yes.
They're running back.
Gunbanen! Get to the leap! Onwards! Assassin! Leap or catapult!
Okay, I thought they would actually try to run up the hill. They sort of surprised me there.
You run, says. What orders? Kill.
They're trying to form up in their little lines like they like to do, which is fine. Now this does kind of make your catapults a little bit more tired when they have to move around like that, but... Let's fire on some different groups here. Okay, so they've kind of realized that they sort of have to go, and now they're going to have to fight me uphill. They just don't have any cav, they have all infantry, and guess what's really good against infantry? They're trying to dance around and dodge, which they're doing like an okay job of that, but if I'm aiming for different groups, it's just really hard for them to do it. This is a big advancement for the AI, though. Historically, they just have not been able to dodge artillery that much. They haven't even tried. So it's pretty cool that they're at least trying. Let's just fire these right in the middle here.
Victim.
Hit there. Okay, so they are crushed. Turn around, crush them.
Undying loyalty, master. For the Vermintide.
Kill them all, so we're gonna have to kill them again here in a second. don't remember if that slows their movement. Yeah, it does slow their speed.
Spread pestilence. Storm the vermin. Fight attack!
Come on. Yeah, we easily crushed that without having to use the food, which is nice.
Poison kill! We obey! Plague priest!
I don't have any more magic left, so.
We are wavering! Retreat! Retreat! I raise from them now! No warning! Having fury! Get going! We're off! What? Chase that! Die! This stinks! Yes!
Get him, Storm Vermin.
Make blood!
So we're gonna have to run these guys down and fight them again. That's why I'm, spending so much time chasing these guys down. 'Cause we ain't done with them yet. Okay, so they made it. Send these guys out. Okay. Alright, looks good. We didn't lose hardly any Skavens. That's good. Yeah, this Rat Ogre's open field, if it's not a siege, they're so good. These Plague Claw catapults are really nice too. We needed that magic, I think, last time for the dwarves. And maybe just wait on a couple of siege towers or something.
Victory! Only the rats noticed me.
Nice, 19 food.
Yes. Slaves work then die. Scurry away, please.
It's hard to give up that kind of cash.
Run, things. Tell all Queek comes.
Yeah, I think we can do the quest battle also this turn, maybe. It's hard to give up that kind of money.
Queek merciful.
For only 2 food.
The horde moors. Run for Moors.
Rival Hide Talisman. What is this? Wow. Well, it's only 1 use, but it's pretty legit.
Yes. Queek always wins.
Oh, I got good attacker too. Nice. Going up even more leadership when attacking. Orcs Bane, Authority. Okay, so I didn't get anything bad for dying the other day. Potion of speed, sure. Actually... let's go with that. That's fine. Okay, now what were we working on now? So we have all of these. It's good. Sneaky, tricksy, warp zone. Now did we want to go for respected and feared? So this is going to give 6 melee attack to Storm Vermin. Yeah, I think so. I mean, Ancient Cunning is very good, but... respected and feared is pretty huge. Here we go.
Stinks like a gracier.
I don't know how he already has poison too, but that's nice. I like it. Feels like he shouldn't have it until he puts 1 point into this. I don't know how he already has it. Unless that's just like a recent buff that they added in. I don't know. We have Pestilent Breath now though.
Clan victorious, thanks to me.
Now, do I want to go ahead and fight this first while I'm still full power? Or do I want to go ahead and clean them up first? Let's go ahead and clean them up first, maybe gain another level.
Get the things.
Hopefully this won't kill too much. Okay, good. I was a little worried if I autoed that, it would be a problem, but...
Release slaves, go back.
Now for 515, I'm not sure if that's worth it.
Run things. Tell all Queek comes.
10 growth is good.
Release slaves, pour back. Enslave. Queek master owner. Swell the hordes of Moors.
I'm trying to think if this forward leadership that could make a difference in some of these fights.
Master owner.
15.
Run things.
And we'll go for this for now, because I really want that max leadership if I'm going to do that quest battle this turn, which I would really like to be able to do. So I want to do the quest battle and then dash back into my territory here so that I get replenishment, and then we'll go take Qatar probably. Now we'd have to fight Numos if we want to do that though. We could just burn this place. Or I mean we could just take it also and then just let like a rebellion army take it. We can't hold it unless we want to fight all these, start a war out here, which we don't want to do yet.
Need more trophies, yes.
It's just level 1, right? Probably. It's got nothing.
Warlord Queek.
So what do we get for this final point? We could get 3% extra damage and 2 melee attack, or oh, it requires 6 points. Okay, I thought it only required 5. Maybe they changed that. Ammo reload time. Okay, missile damage, leadership. It's pretty decent. Mutagenic elixirs. Okay, I think we just go finish off respected and feared then. Some people have asked me or suggested in the comments, why don't I go more for the skirmishers? The thing is, like, you have to think about who you're gonna fight and like which faction you're gonna be fighting against. So skirmishers might be okay. They're okay against like lightly armored, like infantry that want to come up and fight you. So they might be okay against like entry level, like Empire units or stuff like that. But against dwarves, it's going to be awful. Dwarves have so much armor, they're just not even going to touch them. And so that's why I haven't really messed with Night Runners. Also, yeah, they are a good unit, but you have to always think of the cost of the unit, right? So is the unit worth what you're paying for it? And some of these Night Runners, like 187 gold. That's super expensive, versus this on someone like Queek's only going to be 125, right? Or this is only going to be 130 because he gets 50% off. And so you just really have to think, is it worth it to have these little skirmisher things that are going to do, like, you know, 17 damage to dwarves before armor, before shield blocking. They have virtually no penetration. They have no shields or armor themselves, so they're going to get mowed down by quarrelers. They're just not a good unit against dwarves, which is primarily what I'm going to fight. So, like, they're okay against greenskins, sort of. Like, there are very limited circumstances where these units can be alright. You know, the assassin is good. The death runners are quite good. I do want a couple of these. These are very good. But, like, the other stuff is just too expensive for what it is. Like, they are interesting units, but they're just too much. There's too much gold for what they do. You know, considering I could have rat ogres are actually cheaper than these gutter runners as poison. I already can get poison, you know, with Bless with Filth. That spell gives, like, my entire front line poison. So you're paying too much for things like poison and for stuff like, you know, snare net and things like that. It's just, you know, they might be okay against lightly armored infantry, basically, but everything I have is already going to crush them. Like, rat ogres are already going to slaughter them. If they were armor-piercing skirmishers, then that might actually be good against, like, enemy halberds to soften them up for the rat ogres or something like that. But because they don't have very heavy penetration at all, then they're just not going to be good against the kinds of units that I would want to kite with a skirmisher.
Victory! Hornet notice
Okay.
me.
Biggest thing here doesn't... Or was that somebody else who... gives your entire squad the, That's somebody else. Okay. I thought there was somebody that, like, gave your squad, maybe that's for the Dark Elves. It gives them the whatever, resistance to, or, like, more vigor. Okay, replenish. This guy's pretty much just for picking off lords, which is good. Okay, so we want to go ahead and get this fight done, then. I think we're good to go on this. Should be. So our halberds are a little dinged up.
Yes, yes. Slaves work.
We just did get a lot of food, so I don't want to play here. I want to make sure that we get this done. It's to 60%. Okay, so we should comfortably be able to do a couple here, and we should get some food out of it. Now, there's going to be a lot of reinforcements that roll up in here. This doom wheel is going to be a problem, but I think if I just put some rat ogres on it, we should be able to deal with it. Queek with the Gouger might be alright on it.
Swell the hordes of Moors. Battle fight, yes, yes!
So, like, the Slingers would be good against other Skaven. So if I was, like, doing a Skaven Civil War, if it was like this all the time, those Slingers are actually pretty good against other Skaven. Or, like, maybe low-level Wizardmen, like Saurus and things like that. I mean, they'd be particularly good against Skaven, like in a Skaven-on-Skaven matchup, because Skaven, like, don't have any other missile units that can really take them down, and you can skirmish and kill things like rat ogres that are, like, really dangerous beasts that have no armor. So if it was, like, multiplayer or something,
Says his
I could see them, but...
special than mine, does he? Hmm? Then I will take steal it. I am Queek. The best stuff shall be mine. But cunning is this vermin, yes, yes. I will have to be wary. Make sure clan rats set off the traps. Better they die than me. Hmm? Scurry forward now, now! Begin fight! Kill, kill!
Counselor's command. Dominating.
I'm gonna save a couple of these back here to help against, or to help with these, because they're probably gonna, what I remember, they end up casting some stuff, or like whatever, they have their own.
Play claw catapult. Ready now. At once. Yes, yes. And put out.
Oh, that's a doom wheel.
Storm vermin.
No, 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 no. Kill that thing. Yeah, surround it. Do not let it get out. Clog it up, clog it up, clog it up.
Yes, yes. Attack! Oxtail's yours.
Did that doom wheel like blow up my
We are tails yours. E-claw catapult. Not my fight weight. Yes, yes. Scoundrels. Yes, good, good.
We have like an hour to win this fight, so I'm cool with this. Get on time. Really need to keep these episodes to about 45 minutes to an hour just to make sure I can keep them cranking while I get my other stuff done. I just need, that's the biggest thing about the channel is I need to really work on time management, like just do short episodes of stuff. I just get caught up and I start having a lot of fun with it, and then I just want to keep making more episodes. Let's not waste any of that. Let's just let them come at me if they want to, unless they're just gonna sit there and chill. Actually, they're firing crap at me now.
Now go! Hasten, hurry! Quick, quick! Counselors, come on! Yes, yes! Die, die! Die, das old one! It shall be done! Fight back! Now!
We can take out.
This way! Nada! Smell musketeer! Fur quacks! Another clan! Clan rats! Master, master! Nasty things, die! Die, die! Quick, quick! Faster, scurry!
Got him.
Great, yes!
Rat Ogre's still plenty good. Remember, Rat Ogres can run down the night guys. The whatever they're called, the skirmishers. More people I kill, I believe I get more food. I'm not 100% about that, but
Retreat! Surrender!
we want to kill as many as we can. Okay, I don't have Pestilent Breath now. How did I have it last fight? Because now it says my dude doesn't have it. But I used it in the last fight against the orcs, so... I don't know what's up with that. No. No, they're gonna make it out. Whatever, get over here. The unit wiped out was just summoned, clan rats. Got to break out my blinky on these fools. I'm watching like this prison talk show. I love the slang. Okay. Blade Claws laying down the law. Doomwheel killed 8 units.
Yes. Queek always wins. Release slaves. Poor batch.
I'm definitely going to take the food on this one. Before leadership, it won't stack to give you 8, but I'm pretty sure it'll stack in terms of turns. So you'll have it for, you know, 10 turns. And 225 gold is not worth. I'd rather buy food for that. Warp Shard's pretty good. Lowering that armor by 18 is pretty nice. Guess we got 2 skills now. We can go Rally, and then I think we just want Whip Smart. Melee attack, leadership, Storm Vermin. We don't have any that are level 7 right now, I don't think, but they're going to be getting pretty close. Soon.
Notice me.
I mean, you hire them and they should come in with like 6 ranks pretty soon.
I
think that's where we want to go. We do want to come down here and get Lightning Strike and Quartermaster and Feared and Renowned. That's going to give 2 more ranks. So I'm pretty sure you can get it to where you can hire Storm Vermin at rank 7. If you get everything, which means they would automatically get Whip Smart, which is great. Now that's pretty nice too, but that's going to be a little ways off. So we'll go for this first, and then we can probably get Standard Die, which is not like amazing, but it's okay. I mean, 27 melee defense for, it used to be, I'm pretty sure it used to be like melee attack and melee defense back in the day. But that was a little too strong. Okay, got that. Okay, so we did not have Blessed with Filth last time. I think I want this first. This is so incredibly powerful. There's 2 points in Vermintide.
Yes. Queek always wins.
Go ahead and go to like right here.
Scotty, now, Scotty.
Get that replenishment. Kicking in. Okay, and we're working on Weapons Burrow. You know, we might as well, because we're going to have to, I think plants within plants. I'm trying to remember how important that one is. That's like super end game, so I guess we don't need to do that right now, but we will have to do it eventually. Because that's really good. Ultimate experiments, tax rate growth. Like, that's super strong. You can get an extra +2 right here for those. Genius plans. So effective records. So we have to go through all this crap to get to effective records. What are we working on right now? Oh, casualty replenishment. We're not gonna need that yet, but we'll need that for backup lords. Probably. So we won't be able to afford storm vermin with every single army, at least not for quite a while. Well, the bottom line is we're gonna have to get this eventually. Question is, do we want to get it like right now? I guess this stuff isn't that expensive. It does give you 10% more income. This place does have pretty good base income. Doesn't have a gold mine. I mean, could make an argument for this place being even better because it does have a gold mine. And it has 3 slots. What's the base income here? 1840. 1660. I mean, this place probably would be better. This one's already leveled up at least 1 slot, though. We'll go ahead and get it, because we already have it at level 2, and we're kind of priced into it. That's fine. Weapons burrow. We can't hire this guy yet. Don't need this yet. We could get the priest. I don't know if that's going to give my people plague or not, but it will mess up their garrison. Okay, so we're working on that stuff. We don't need anything over here, I don't think. I think we just want to get this up to tier 4 and then grab go ahead and grab some death runners. Like, we could upgrade the priest thing here. This will give us another plague priest, public order, and death runners, because we're not going to be able to do Den of Secrets over here. We don't have room for it. So as we get to tier 5, we're going to have to you know, get some different stuff. Getting over here is fine, and that'll give me another assassin and another priest, and then that should be enough for 3 armies. Wait, how do I only have room for 1 warlock? It doesn't come stock with a warlock? No, you don't get an extra warlock here. I wonder if they nerfed that. You only get 1 warlock at the tier 5. Okay. So warlocks are rare. You get +1 priest here, and I'm pretty sure this is +1 assassin, right? Yeah. +2 assassins. Okay, so we get a lot of assassins. We upgrade this all the way. And I do want some death runners. So, okay, let's go ahead and do it that way then. Wait to tier 4, grab that. This would allow 1 extra recruitment capacity, which is nice. Go ahead and grab that. At the tier 4, we'll start cranking this up a little bit. Extra 10%. Probably not worth. Okay. It's all good. We don't want to hire a second army right now. We don't need it. Remember, we're waiting as long as we can to get that second army. We've looked at politics. That should all be good. We have trade with everyone we
My
can get.
dynasty reigns.
Could try to trade with Dune people. We don't have a ton of trade goods right now. All we have is this. So
Yes, yes.
we already at
Queek
capacity.
always wins.
No. I mean, we can see how the Dune people feel about that.
Submit to your king.
There's a chance we could try to go kill them. I mean, they do have food. I'm curious to see what the buff is for the Black Temple if I hold it. Wait, hold on. They have 1, 2 here, and then they have these different people. I think those are different people. Yeah, that's Henry.
Bow before your king. Nekara rises from the sands. What do you desire?
Okay, they don't want it anyways. Doesn't matter. Okay. Hopefully I didn't forget anything. Beastman. Oh, Blooded Axe Trial. I don't know what that is. Is that Beastman? Oh, I forgot to look at public order. Hopefully my public order's not that bad. It's fine there. And it's fine there. Okay, good.
Watch your back, tail.
Okay, let's get cranking. Let's go up there and get some revenge. What do you say?
And more. Slice and gouge. Kill, slay, maim. Not my fault.
So I would get some food and some a little bit of gold. I mean, I could occupy, but it's gonna cost me food to hold this, and it's not gonna be worth any money hardly. And I don't want to fight for this province right now.
Burn! Destroy Thing's Nest! Send it to the Under Empire.
I mean, I could just sack and run on. The thing right now is if I raise it, that's going to end my turn.
My treasures.
And if I want to hire another lord, which I kind of do sometime soon, to go ahead and just start leveling him up, this could be a good training ground for him. I don't want to sit here and just multi-sack every single turn and just keep leveling up. I think that's pretty troll. Also, don't want him to backdoor and hire another lord here and just start spamming a bunch of my court grunts at me.
Take steel, make Queek rich.
The Tomb Kings might take, like, one faction of Tomb Kings might take this.
Raise it, flood with warp fire.
I'm trying to think, so if I dash up to here, I might... Yeah, but we'll just raise it.
Burn, destroy Thing's Nest.
And Numas or these guys will come over here and take this.
Glorious, thanks to me.
Fighter is fine. 8 turns to get to tier... to get another tier here. Tier 4. Okay, we've got a lot of growth going. That's all good. That's all good. I still don't think I want to hire another lord yet. Waiting on this. How long until this dude gets back? 1 turn. I might just dismiss him and just hire another lord. Or just hire the real engineer so that I can send him over here. We can get rid of one of these guys probably. Maybe a rat ogre, maybe 5 is enough. I'm a little reluctant to get rid of some of my front line, but maybe I could get rid of 1 storm vermin. Because he will be a front line. I'm going to spec him into kind of some armor. Okay, anyways, I think that's going to be it. I'm going to run north, get our revenge. I probably should have popped out the assassin to go scout for me. I'll do it next turn. If you have heroes, like a good trick is to pop them out of your army, go scout, and then put them back in your army beforehand, and that way you can kind of see where you're going before you walk up. So there have been some campaigns where I've been completely punked by walking up too much. I kind of want to fight some of those special armies just to see what you get.
I, Bishop of Decay.
Got that. Alright, what do we want next? We need volatile plants. We've almost got enough for that. Yeah, take everything. Don't need numbers. Don't need... Know your place. Don't care. Abomination's nice. 15 extra charge bonus is quite good. What happens if you upgrade abominations? Let me see. Armor, physical resist, leadership. I really want to give them as much melee attack as I could possibly get, but, you know, that would probably make them pretty overpowered.
What?
Some of those big monster things. I want to try to use the abominations more. They are expensive, but... Okay. That reduces the cooldown by 50% and lowers the cost by 60% for doing that. Which is crazy. And this warp tokens is excellent. It does feel good to have some Skaven wizards back here. Okay, so we're gonna... What's the normal move range here? Okay, so we're gonna move him to, like, here.
Move tails!
Sort of see what we have going on. Okay, pretty much nothing.
Run, fools!
Do I want to get even crazier and just dash?
Distance to cover.
I think I'll just dash on him here. He's not going to be able to rejoin, but that's fine. I can just walk up, siege this, back out, and then have him join. And then take it. Now, it's only going to be tier 1 if I do that.
Sorcerer, inventor, yes! I say move!
Weapons burrow is almost done. I'd really like to hire another lord. It's just I just don't have the cash right now to do it. I need just a couple more territories. Okay, she's still cool with me, I think. This guy does not like me. So I expect him to turn on me anytime here. Okay, so that means we're about at an hour. I'm starting to set alarms here so I can actually get done in about an hour.
Attend your king, slaves. Don't be aghast. Address me as you find me in an accepting mood. speak with Cetra, King of...
Guess we're fine with all them. I just really don't want to fight anybody until I get up here and take Karakazul and deal with all that. Check. We got 4 turns on that. Several turns on that one. Don't need to upgrade anything. I mean, that's too much for 10 extra growth. Yep, we're just chilling. Okay, so we'll see what happens next turn, and then we'll probably have to... Next episode, we'll get up there and get our revenge on these dwarves. We're gonna approach this a lot smarter. We're gonna blow up this. I mean, we could even use the pestilent one if we wanted to. I might go ahead and make that, just because that will help me.
You have fought pestilence, yes, yes. They are nothing to Clan Moors.
More. Well, they might come up here for us now, so we've got to get that second army. We've been storing up cash as long as we could. If they take Granite Massive, that's going to be really bad, so... So we're almost certainly going to go into the red cash-wise. Okay, so someone is sieging this. I think that has to be... Last Defenders, right? Are they at war with them? Yes. Okay.
Zubak cat.
We're only getting 1,000 a turn right now, so we're definitely going into the red. However, if he takes some of this stuff, if I get an army, I should be able to go down there and deal with him. The Poison Wind Globadiers could be particularly strong. Warp Fire Thrower could be good. I'm trying to think what's good against maybe some Rat Ogres. So I'm trying to think of what would be good against Lizardmen, and I think it's just flank and spank with Rat Ogres and just Plague Priests, Plague Claw Catapults. These do get a bonus against large. How much? A pretty large one, right? Like 80? 70? This could help against, you know, Feral Stegodons, all that kind of crap. So maybe I get 1 or 2 of those. Those are 250. These are 225, so it's not that much more. So I could go like 2 and 2, Plague Claw and Warp Cannon. Warp Fire Thrower can be pretty good. It doesn't do a lot of armor piercing. And yeah, they're just very heavily armored. I really like the Warp Fire. I just don't think it's going to work. Now, these Poison Wind Globadiers are pretty good too against large things. So we might get some of those. Those would be great against like Croxagores. Obviously going to go with Clan Rats and Spears. A lot of those. Don't think we're going to be able to afford Storm Vermin with our secondary army, unfortunately. These are actually really nice Death Runners. But we'll see. We'll figure it out next episode. So thank you very much. Have a good day. And I'll see you next time.